Animal Farm by George Orwell, published by Harcourt Brace and Company in 1946. Animal Farm begins with a very drunk Mr. Farmer Jones doing a horrible job of maintaining his animals. Luckily, there's a wise pig on the farm, Old Major. Old Major encourages the neglected animals to rebel and run the farm themselves with one important goal in mind. Everyone should be treated equal. 3 days later, he dies. This seems like a great idea to everyone except Benjamin, a crazed donkey. All the animals band together to overthrow Farmer John. The pigs, being the smartest animals, naturally take the leadership role. Old Major's vision before he passed away was to have peace on the barnyard no matter what. As soon as the pigs take over, Napoleon and Snowball immediately begin to fight over who will have more power. Napoleon wants to sit around and be in charge of everything, while Snowball wants to teach the animals traits they can use and build a windmill to bring money in for the farm. The decision is voted on by the animals, and Snowball's option wins. Napoleon asserts his power and uses his private army of 9 ferocious and enormous dogs to become the all-powerful, dominant boss leader, Chief Pig, by chasing Snowball off the farm. With Snowball out of the picture, the other pigs blame everything on Napoleon. They exploit other animals shamelessly, breaking all the rules about equality that Old Major had established before he passed. Life on the farm gets worse, and the animals forget Old Major's original dream. The pigs make some poor management decisions when dealing with the neighboring farms. The worst moment comes when the pigs send Boxer, a hard-working and loyal old horse, to his death. The pigs are beginning to look a lot like their human owners at the beginning of the story. They begin to walk on 2 legs and engage in all of Farmer John's once daily routines. Napoleon seeks out his neighbor, Mr. Pilkington, to ally himself with so he has help in achieving his goal of going against the other human farmers and laboring classes of animals. Napoleon at the dinner then changes the name of the animal farm back to the Manor Farm, claiming that this title is the correct one. As the animals look through the barn window at Napoleon and Mr. Pilkington, they can no longer tell which one is the pig and which is the human being. Animal Farm takes place in England in 1945. The leader of England from 1903 to 1950 was King George VI. The Holocaust was going on from 1941 to 1945. Also, World War II took place then. The war times and power shifting in the countries affected the book and how the author wrote about how all the power changed in the farm. Some popular sports and films were football and baseball, and Casablanca and It's a Wonderful Life were the popular films. I learned that gaining authority isn't always a good thing when it falls into the wrong hands. Rash decisions are made, and your friends become your worst enemies. This book is important because it teaches how power changes people and how people over time fall back into the old ruler's footsteps.
Created using Powtoon.